The fight continues. This war has been drawn out for a long time. At least that's what it feels like. Even though it's already been 3 years of war already, and we're not at a stalemate here. It's just we're trying to advance cautiously, as there are many more Carthaginians out there, while we're capturing the subjects, so that way in the future, by war's end, to decide whether they'll be part of the Hellenic League or become client states of the Hellenic League and later integrated. But once this fort falls, the road is open to Karkhedon, the city that would have been a metropolis had it been remained at peace for a couple more years before they decided to attack us. I mean, we weren't just planning on, making the metropolis this city, but also we plan on, adding more temples and theaters to, Hellenize the Punic-dominated city, until we decide to give them great rights. But now, get everything back in action. Cover the north. Your admiral here will cover the south. Set a fleet here, which isn't led by one of the good ones, but I have an idea. This is our primary heir, and it looks like will remain so because my spouse here has recently become chaste. So it's highly likely she will be the future ruler of the Hellenic League. But now, let's get back to the offensive. We've recently pushed them out. We'll be taking this fort soon. We're good now. We're all heading to this city because of a high supply limit. But now there's a risk of rebellion. Over there. And a part of that is due to a corrupt governor over there. But as we said before, we can't watch over every province. Should there be rebellions, we'll engage them, which will likely happen after this war's end. On patrol here. Out! There they are. And they have the heavy ships, so they won't move as fast as much, which we have the advantage of surprise. If we can catch them. We'll be moving out soon. Remember your naval range. You can only go as far as over here before we'll turn back. Copy. Alright, the Syria's fallen. They're about to get kicked out, but ships will engage theirs. Especially they got one heavy, medium ship on board. The road to Karkhedon is open. Despite the occupation, population is growing over there. So we're following them now. I don't know if our ore master here can catch up to them. Hope they don't have an ore master. Coward and original thinker, so that lowers morale of navies. It's good to know. Meanwhile, most of Sardinia is being occupied thanks to Ionia. Soon you move up to Corsica and do the same thing. Just to slow them down. Also, we're running out of money here because of the maintenance of the fleets and army, especially when reinforcing, which adds a bit more problems to it. And we'll be in a deficit. We'll take another penalty and see what we'll get, and all that. All right. Let's see. You're gonna take up this, take this fort down, and then we'll have this province. And that port, and we'll have this province too. Well, most importantly, Karkhedon will soon be ours again. Nearly ran out of food because of all these occupations. So move up down here. You'll be back in no time. We'll go out and engage this army. Took one trireme, sunk the rest. Nice work. And none of these ships are damaged. You basically boarded that. I mean, we sunk the rest because we are using ramming tactics in frontal assault. And as for this one trireme, well, we took out all the crewmen there without having a single scratch on a trireme. Our marines are effective. Oh, anyways, they don't have a port there, but they do. But stick around, we may use one army to pull one back to deal with whatever that rebellion is going to occur over there, which is going to be no good to nobody. The places that are occupied that are starving out, as they could not provide for all of them. Get them while their morale is down. You're at the cavalry, as we said. The road is open. Go on, get moving. Alright. First time the cavalry skirmish is effective against us. And look at this. It's all because of the perfect composition of horse archers and light cavalry. That's why we choose cavalry skirmish. We got them routed. Head to Karkhedon. We're about to engage this army, which I don't know if it'll be wise, but we'll do what we can. But mind you, there's a lot more of them out there, and we don't know where they are. They're probably deep further inland. So, as good as it looks right now on this, offensive to take back Karkhedon and the expansion of the Africa region, I think things are going to get escalated, and it's going to get a lot more ugly before it's going to get better. It'll probably be fun. Don't have the funds for it. You have the honor to retake Karkhedon, even though it's not going to contribute much to the siege because we don't have infantry to occupy, but you have enough. Oh, they got us this time. Do they need help? No, they got it. They have the numbers. They got away. Turn back towards here. Fortunately, my wife is chaste, which reduces fertility, thus reducing a chance of possibly having a son. But honestly, I think it is for the better. Because of her. As I said, perhaps it's for the best. They won't be in any, engaging in any offensive operations because the food supply is low after they spent sieging city after city after city. But now they're going to be on the run. Soon they'll be ready to provide intense infantry support in addition to some cavalry. While I will be on standby with the old Royal Guard, as we would call this on them officially. Didn't know I could, name it, but again, I'm not that creative with names, but I'll come up with something probably after recording so I can distinct which units that is to be exact. Very good. Split up here. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Stop right there. Very likely we'll win. No retreat. Who can play that game? Are you sure they're all force march? Nope. Move on. We got him. Just to make damn sure. Got him engaged. Got the right tactic. Karkhedon will soon be liberated. Our way of liberation. Fleets will be pulled back. I'm not sure about this composition, but can't afford to build more ships. Yeah, this is the one that Heraclea is married to. And this set's going to be done. This, find a date. Okay, here it is, it's on top. It's going to be finished this spring, this April. Once we level up, I'm going to take him off of that researcher and we're going to appoint him as admiral of this fleet. Because I notice he's the ore master as well, so... Lack of heavy ships, engage faster, so we'll come up with this naval doctrine. This is the one to engage first, then the rest of them will come in to devastate. Risky, but it'll do. For God's sake, give them rest. Karkhedon's about to fall. Was governor of Bithynia. Oh no! Very corrupt. You'll do, even though you're not healthy. It's a temporary appointment, one would think. Persian fleet's on the move. Caucasus and Iberia. So they're going up there again. Died while escaping one of the captured generals, and I don't know why you call it as sad news. To me, it's just that damn fool. Armies and navies are up a bit. Unfortunately, increases maintenance cost, as we've got enough problems with that already. But I see some potentially good inventions, especially if it's all naval related. But to me, the most important thing would be ship damage taken. Can't know that for certain. I got a new job for you. We're taking you out. Navy needs some talent. Of course, that ain't good for them. But we'll find a job for them. Let me see. Ah, here it is. He's a 5, so here's a 5. You, son of the governor of Macedonia. Here you go. That old leper. So yes, your husband's going to war. Serves the Navy, and you picked up another trait. Generous. Not much for holding his income, but you know, that's good of you. You're assertive, which governor of Greece and ruler of it, commerce up. You being prominent, commerce up. That's in Greece, applying to Greece region. And generous makes you more popular, but you don't get much of the holdings income. You don't have any right now, but once you take over. But it adds up happiness of citizens and freemen, again, here in Greece. But throughout, national citizen happiness will be up. So hopefully she will be the good ruler. And hope I don't get another child or son to take it out of it. Since, you know, she's chased right now. Again, good to know. So you're going to be out. Ready to engage. Karkhedon has been liberated. So the zone of influence. Fix that, then we'll have to mop up the rest. While we got another city to take down. You're currently not in engagement with anyone. 10. It's in our treasury, is it not? Yeah. Let's cohort recruit speed here locally. Another reason why we should get Rome in the future. Hades. Remember, yes, we completed our objective to take back Karkhedon, and this would significantly hurt their war enthusiasm, because they have failed to take most of their relevant objectives, because it's starting to turn around now. But, again, This does not end here. We want more territory. We want this and this. Mosalamia and Thrabacania. Those are the areas that we will conquer. We'll go no further west to there, because that is Numidia area. We want full control of the Africa region. Not sure about this area of Carthage. It's very heavily fortified. But if we ever include this part of Magna Graecia into the Hellenic League, it would be excellent. Because this would reduce the range, and this would also make sure that Carthage will never threaten Greece again at that range. Well, we can't know for that for certain. Thank goodness the cavalry and the discipline of the heavy cavalry really made a difference. And soon, during this course of the war and the next couple, we'll again take this route. Two. They both have forts. And that's a metropolis too, really? How do you fit that population this many? I almost got everything occupied. So I highly doubt we'll include Sardinia to be part of the Hellenic League. Remember your objectives. They're probably going to go over there. Get up there. No zone of influence here. Stick together. We'll be taking this area. We got it. Mop up the rest. We'll keep this under blockade. If we see an enemy fleet out there, we'll engage them together. Demos will lead the charge. Even though we could easily just capture this port here, but no need for that. We can assault this area and take it over. But we have to siege this first and then take this down. That'd be the best option. Remember where you are. Be cautious on your events. Finish them off. They're not going to be around anymore. Germaniac, what are you doing here? Stay close. Of course, they would come from down there. Really, there's nothing about. Oh, of course. And when you're in deficit, keep that in mind. Let's just hope it doesn't affect us militarily. I mean, the maintenance should be reduced now that we fully reinforced everybody. Of course, cost increases for adding a few more ships. But taking back all this area in this economically important area of Karkhedon, which one day we will make it a metropolis. We have the political influence. What we need now is the money. What is she doing? This city will provide good loot. Again, you don't have to occupy every single territory. You just have to control the majority of a province, so it'll be ready to be negotiated at war's end. Oh, well, stop right there. There's a fort over there. Can't engage that yet. But we'll be engaging the enemy soon again. We hope. State of peril is financial mismanagement. The only viable solution is collecting merchant tax on all landowners. That reduces our stability. Had to remind myself. We have to engage him. Get together. Wait for everybody to group up. Where do you think you're going? And going exactly where I thought it would be going. I'll provide you support too. But don't go further into Numidia. But we will engage them via forest, you know. Wait for it. Engage, but be cautious. Because there's probably a lot more in there. You're probably gonna have to come with us too. Everybody. Cavalry will not be there to provide support. is what I mean. There's a lot more out there, and this is what we feared. It's going to be settled here. What's Rome doing? Carnutia against Treveria. Oh, that's one of the biggest tribal powers there is. But then again, they're just going over rural territory. It's not going to contribute much to the manpower. Especially when we fight them next time by taking Latium. Mostly all of Italia. And also their subjects. So they're fully reinforced, they're ready to fight. Well, so are we. Got a bad tactic, but we'll use our numbers against them. Turn around, fight them too. Get them all off of us. We'll engage at least one of them. We have the advantage. We got him. We'll be ready for action. Capture one of their generals, we destroyed a Carthaginian army. One more. Did well, but that's another army destroyed. But, goodness sakes, slow down. We have to recapture those territories again. Because we want those areas of the Africa region to be on the negotiation table. Why haven't we taken this in? Go capture that fort. There's that remnant of theirs. Go ahead and take this. We'll get that fort a little later. It's just a wide front that we've created. Get down here. That includes myself. We'll be leaving those two up here. "46 months. That's less than 4 years. this current rate. So they're pulling back. Well, we do occupy most of Sardinia. That's negotiable now. But we need this fort taken down to ensure that we will have this area. They'll re-engage soon. Get up there! What's the matter with you? They're fully reinforced again. Where the hell did they get their source? Oh, can't be mercenaries. Got it all reoccupied. Okay, so let's split them up. One to cover Central South Africa, while we have these two engaged here. Actually, you're good enough to help these two out. You're going up here. We'll cover the Central. You two have the South. No. Sorry. Capture this port. We got it. And you'll be in Karkhedon for repairs for about a few months after capturing that port. But be aware, Carthaginian armies out there. Massive number of them, in fact. One went out, but there's more. Once you get this all occupied and we hold them off, we're actually gonna send this one army to, well, we're gonna send a whole damn fleet to knock down these fortresses and reduce them to rubble, to level 1, and then we'll send an army over to Thebes. Let's see what we can gain. I have an idea what those gains might be. I can't guarantee it. Don't forget about, what was it now? What's the level 4? 2. Go get it. Oh, hold it. Hold it. What are we missing? Elephants. There was something a bit off. Those Carthaginian war elephants don't scare us. There it goes. Well, I better get moving then. stupid move on their part. Let's hope we take this hill. If not, they're going to have a defensive advantage. We got it. We have the high ground. And I'm on my way over there. Take Utica. We'll probably have to destroy this fort instead of engaging the traditional way. Ships are still in repairs. Three months. And then we're going to send them over to here. Let's take them all down. They tried a shock action, but we're holding the line here. They knew it was a bad call, so they pulled out. Now head to here. Didn't even have time to engage. So from now on, we are holding the line. We'll advance no further. And we'll cover all these provinces. And we'll overtake Utica. Destroy that fort. Still don't have a charge yet, so. We never found the time because we decided not to go out and hunt for the Carthaginian fleet. I'll tell you what. Since you're out there, this fort may fall in a moment. It'll be stupid of me for me to engage them first, but we have them, so get ready. I'll be willing to provide support as well as them, because you know it's going to take a lot to take out this particular general, who is a tactician. He's got archers, so mostly cavalry and infantry with some elephant support. Let's see what we could do, because I'm really anxious in taking Sicily in addition to Africa and its city-states, just to decide whether or not if they will be part of the Hellenic League or become client states to the Hellenic League. It's a very unruly area. And it's all your fault. Which I would just bring you on trial for this, but this would be a waste of time. And we're going to send at least an army or two to put down a rebellion over there. And wonder if this would give a lesson to all these provinces that dares to rebel against them. And a small part of that's due to governor corruption. But again, it's here, one there. It's mostly there in Punic populated areas, including a bit of it surprisingly, in Anatolia. You're not too corrupt. And if there's any rebellion in Anatolia, Alexandros will take care of it. He'll know what to do. He may be disloyal, but he ain't stupid. Engage. Here. What's his tactic? Bottleneck. Counter bottleneck. Skirmish. He's the head of the family. Pull back. You take their place. That's the lesson for the day. Stay in your provinces. He was a researcher and head of the government family. For now. Sending them to knock down those forts in preparation. Go out on patrol. We'll engage these last 3 ships here. You are to provide them support as soon as this fort falls. Break them down. There, reduce it to 1, so that way it'll be much easier to manage to besiege. But since you've wrecked everything, and also subsequently taken all the damage of these ships, at least take it into mega polyremes. But again, it reduces 70% of their strength, so that means they'll be out of action for about a good year, or close to it. So they'll be returned to Karkhedon. Here they come. Once the zone of influence comes. And be ready for transport. Actually, just take out that last bit. Captured 1 trireme. Not a scratch on that trireme you've captured. And here. Oh, what on earth? Pull back. End your patrol. Come back. You're gonna engage them. They got troops on board. Can't afford that. Unless Syracuse can do it for us. Maybe. I mean, you have enough, but as long as it saves us time and money. Come on, you Thebes. Get faster. Unfortunately, he's frail. Pregnant. This September? Alright. Anyways. It's their direction. They are going down this way. Just get them to row fast, damn it. They have medium ships on board. Let's skedaddle. Let's help the Syracusans on their siege. They disengaged because they took losses on that siege, but we're coming. Trying to invade Greece. If they do that, Alexandros is going to take care of that. Continue to defend our interests. They are trying to engage him here. Or we can catch him. We will definitely engage him out here. They've hailed from over there. That one we cannot occupy. Too far off. I mean, we do have the naval range, but they've got this island. Actually, this would be a lot easier. But we can't, you know, expand it there because I mean, we will have the naval range. It's just that one's a bit precarious out here in an area like that. Also, they want to call for peace. But we won't do so until this fort falls. We'll be assisted by the Syracusans on the siege. Just watch over us. Well, these ships are in repairs. Particularly the heavies that are best needed. We're about to destroy their fleet, and so goes their army. Got them all. Captured 3 ships. Unfortunately, someone took damage because I put up a fight, like they would typically. Head to here. But this, as I said, because they want to call for peace, and if they keep it up like that, that war exhaustion is going to only increase and make things worse. And plus, there's a rebellion that's coming very soon. So, we need to wrap this up. All we need is the results and then the subsequent takeover of Scania. We got a large army over here. They got a very good general on hand. Attack. We have the hills. Stick the same tactic. not what we had in mind, but it'll do. They pulled back. They didn't finish the battle all the way. Wait for the siege to finish. Because this is, we'll send the cavalry over to the Caucasus region. Oh, really? If you want to have light infantry support, I mean, that would defeat the purpose of this whole thing. But we'll let it go, and we'll do something about that light cavalry. Get on board, we're sending you over there. You are to engage the potential rebels over there. Take a few of them with you. Got a long way to Colchis. Off to Colchis with you. Wait for it. Here it is. Let's call to the end of hostilities now. Even though it's only one army, but this has plenty of fortifications because of the geography that we chose to have. And we never found the time to, you know, deal with them. But there are some other unruly areas. And we'll enact decisions on the culture to increase the provincial loyalty of both Phrygia and Africa. So, this is the final result. It's been a pretty deadly war here. 125,000 ground losses for the Hellenic League and their subjects. We've lost 157 ships, which is probably the most naval losses we've ever had. While the enemy losses were 176,000 ground losses, 89 ships lost, so even though we never truly destroyed the Carthaginian Navy during the course of this war, so I'm sure we'll find them again one day. One day. Now, what do you suggest before I come up with my own suggestions? I did anticipate Sicily. I want this, but okay, I can arrange something better, but that's based on the peace offer and relative to war score, which we could possibly continue on with this war if we wish to, but here's what I have in mind. These provinces are mine, including one that I have a claim to, but I don't think it's possible to let them get away from this, but maybe perhaps they could become client states instead of full-on conquest against them. And you cannot have separate deals with them because that's a subject. So you have to ask Carthage, which again, they say all of this, including this tiny bit. Obviously not Sardinia. That would be a big jump to aggressive expansion. Again, let me take this out. So, how about instead, you be a client state. Client state, client state, Okay, this one they say no. Furthermore, you could further increase the war score and a couple of other things. I mean, after all, we never took over their capital. I mean, we can have this let go, but that's, you know, geographically wise, that's unacceptable because of the zone of influence, which will be forced to build a new port here in Takapi. This corridor here would be a big problem to us in future engagements with the Carthaginians. And it also means that, well, not all the subjects will be coming to us. But it is good that we'll have client states here. But do we want to drag this war on a little bit longer? As in, we would have to invade Numidia and occupy some of it? But if we want to get away with one, I mean, that means we'd be fighting against these guys again. But I have another suggestion. But you cancel those subjects. But the war score, however, I mean, doesn't give us aggressive expansion. But releasing them would make them feel isolated from Carthage. And since Carthage is a great power, they cannot ally with them. So that means they'll be in a league of their own, and we'll try to negotiate with them, improve relations, and make them client states. Which sounds like a better idea. Of course, it's a bit much. How much is Utica? 16. Okay. Maybe these two closest to Karkhedon. So, yeah, I have an idea. These two are to become client states. Utica and Karkhedon. And you cannot have any more than that. I don't know if we'll finalize that, but again, we can drag this war on if we want to. And capturing more territory in Numidian land, Numidian Carthage. It would not only further increase the war score, but that would also potentially increase the war exhaustion as they want to call for peace because it's gone on for too long. And also potential rebellions will spring up as we're dispatching one army over there. Which I don't know if it'll be enough, but we'll risk it. Willing to drag this war on for a little bit longer. Fortunately, peace talks have deteriorated. War will continue, at least for a while. But, however, it's open country out there. No fortifications that we can see. Occupying a large sway of land as far as over here would be good, but I will not want it to be part of the Hellenic League. Engage them there, and we'll begin our advance now. Sorry I had to come to this. And watch out for that storm. Take care of them, alright? It's a long way, alright? Hardly need the cavalry's help anyhow. So take more territory and that will further increase the war score. At least in theory. Ready to go. few ships damaged and repairs, and they'll be back in action for support. Took out the remnants of Leptis Mana and Kokani subject armies. I mean, I really do want this, and South Africa, and also I want to, this is the reason why we're dragging this war on for a little bit longer. We need to, we know the capital is in Carthage, which means new city, so their new capital. We do not have the naval range, but it is enough to at least send it there, drop off the troops there, and occupy it, sack it. Send at least 2 armies over to sack the new capital for additional war score. Then we'll get all the little subjects, that's the problem. I want them to come to the Hellenic League in one way or another. Occupying will not be necessary, but making them into client states will, or at least release them as free, independent city-states, and they will eventually become client states, and then integrate them. That's what we have in mind. Got 29 months, 127 pops into conflict. Does that mean cohorts? If it is, then we got a bigger problem. I gotta never faced that type of situation before. Yeah, it's all open country from there. Oh, I was beginning to wonder, hey, you have a child yet? Is it Dawn? Named after your mother. That makes her a pretender now. And Alexander's will be greatly disappointed to know that he doesn't have as much support as he used to. Serves him right. Yeah, we may leave a few holes behind, but still, all we're doing is just stalling for time. Get their war score up, and then we'll consider an operation to sack New Carthage. You can cover the cost. I ain't spending my money. Split it equally. Well, I was up here and I done sacked that city. And we need money. Don't want to be cruel here. I mean, it doesn't affect loyalty, it affects my charisma. See? Let the men roam freely. I'll be willing to take part of that operation to sack New Carthage. We've captured a port, so need 2 or 3 armies to volunteer. Where are you? Barely crossing the Hellespont now. You'll be stationed in Colchis, and when the rebellion starts, we'll know how many they are, and we'll see if we need to call further reinforcements. It's only level 1 fort, fortunately, which means it's not going to take much to sack the heck out of their new capital to get further more war scoring. Pull back. So, I mean, I'll take part. Who else is coming with? Up you two. You two will come up here. That'll be 84,000 troops on this expedition. Take another province capital. Don't rush it. We're keeping our best generals on this area. Ready to be on board. It's gonna take a while to get us from there. This is a gamble. Negotiation reasons. Sacking their capital would further increase the war score. To get them to be client states or something. It has reached areas that Heraclea, the child and heir of Bastos Aristobulus, started to develop a jealous, hateful view of her half-sister Cleopatra Aristodem. Her irony stems from her worries that children from a more recent marriage will be favored, moving her chances to inherit. Evidence has arisen, and encouraged by close friends and relatives, Heraclea may be even planning to remove her from the picture permanently. Could manipulate opportunity to her advantage. She's supposed to be a nice girl. What is there not to like about her? She's just heard of two. But, we'll attempt to assassinate. And if you do that, then Alexandros would just be happy to know that there's stuff going on around here. But I'll just say that, after all, it's from my chase to a woman, even though it's not the first choice I wanted to marry in the first place. But it was a political marriage. And plus, why would I favor her? I mean, you're good and everything, but... Well, skill-wise, she varies, but... I can't guarantee that, so I'll just say, carefully move away from the path. So they'll start seeing each other's sibling rivalries. Don't kill your sister. You're gonna hurt the legitimacy. Yeah, war exhaustion's going up now. People are calling for peace. But we have one more big plan hatched and ready. What I was worried about. They're throwing everything over here to us. We'll make damn sure then. Let's trick them into coming here. No forest here, unfortunately. Go support them on their expedition. They need backup. Aha! We trick them into moving up here. But anyways. Risk of rebellion. Attack on Calabria. Calabria? Oh, starvation. That's why. Starvation usually leads to rebellion, but this one, well, becoming increasingly concerning. They have arrived, and they'll be stationed there for a while until further notice. We don't have the time to go pick up another army. We're far apart from world to another. We got him. Oh dear. I think they know what we were up to, but... we would have engaged them, but I can't risk losing my armies out there. On your course. Oh no. They did drop it off, but now, they're coming. Damn it. I have to pull back or something bad is gonna happen. And we're risking our boys on board. But we will miss them. Turn around, actually. We're just right there. Stick together. We're about to drop troops off, and this is going to turn them the other way. We hope. We'll be arriving there on next week. Move up. Alright, they're here. Going on a rough landing, one would think. Coming with you. We will be on, our sentinels will be on the ground on June 5th. And then after June 5th, we'll engage their fleet. Engage the enemy fleet, if we can catch them. Now they're going down this way. We can catch them. We'll be provided with support. Unfortunately, we all took a bit of attrition damage, and we hope this doesn't cost us. Siege has begun. Once we sack this city, it'll be further up on our war score to get favorable peace deals. Damn you. What causes governors to be corrupt and adds potential rebellions? Well, their war enthusiasm is low, but they're about to become very low of what we're about to get into. We're moving down this way. Hopefully we don't scare them back in the port. Keep the discipline up. We might make it. Our side might win. They have the heavy ships. Turns to their benefit. We have a stronger fleet despite the fact we took a bit of attrition damage, thus leaving us behind. After we engage their fleet, come back and pick up the rest. Or however you're going to get back here. Oh dear. Here we go. They picked the right tactic for this and we picked a bad one. That's gonna cost us a few. Alright. We have the numbers, but we're engaging them. Shall we engage this weakened army? There's no forts in the way. But we're soon about to take out their navy. At least a good portion of it. If they could get here fast enough. Because they captured another one of our heavy ships. And a few of theirs. We lost 37 and they lost 36. They came off a lot better than we are, in my personal opinion. To be honest, I forgot to set the boarding tactics and all this. So that's my bad. And we don't have any ships that could destroy their fortresses to kick them out of there. So we'll remain on blockade once we sack this city. Go pick them up. Meanwhile, about to engage the enemy. While we sack their rotten city. Best to catch them while their morale is low. Come on, hurry up. Get up here. He's picked up a conqueror trait. It's just a status. Oh, and also, congratulations on your first child. It took me a long time to realize that because we've been in this war for so long. This area will fall sooner or later. That's grain. Carthage pillaged. There we go. get out of here. It's almost like we committed a great crime. Now we get to say, oh gods, let's get out of here. We did what we just did. We've sacked their capital. Just hope none of these ships sank while they're out here. Yeah, they're mad. Barbarians over here. That's another thing we'll take care of in the post-war. So 19th of November. They're on board. Let's get out. OUT out. Bring it back to Karkhedon. Okay, now can we get a more favorable peace deal? We took your capital. So remember the demands. All this territory, yes. But I also want this so we can have full control of Africa. Yes. And, Odega, Karkhedon is to become a client state. Hang on. Always this case. Reduce war score, giving us more room, if any. Had to spit something out. Not possible. Because beyond this point, so the areas that surround this area will be client states. Or we can let this go and, well, it may look odd territorially, which means that Carthage still has very much a presence in Africa, but, what is this area called again? Okay. Maybe client state should be a preferred option so we can get more ground support here should the next time the Carthaginians engage. So let's like go 2 here. This and that, and then have another down here. Okay, let's have a look before we end this thing. Now here's the real final result of this prolonged conflict. 138,000 ground losses. We lost 194 ships, while they lost 200,000. Well, they lost 125 ships. But we did sack the capital. That's all that matters here. And hopefully we'll be out of there before our ships will collapse due to the attrition. You know, we're talking about the damaged ones out here. See, some of the captured ships, they're going to break down. And the ones that were engaged earlier. It's just an example. So, this is what our final negotiations will be. Because I think we'll have to compromise by letting them have it. Despite the fact that I do have a claim here. But at least we have a casus belli to engage them again. But again, they attacked us, we didn't attack them. It's their damn fault. Move it up. Counseling subjects would have been a much better alternative than client states. What's the difference? 14 and this 14. Same. So that means no doubt we'll be fighting them again. But I would much prefer to... Well, basically they're just going to be thorns in our side the next time we fight the Carthaginians. So that settles it then. We'll have some ground support in Africa next time. But most importantly, now that we made gains on Africa, but also most importantly, Sicily. Strategically important. But despite how it looks on the peace deal, but quite honestly, this would mean that Carthage will no longer have the range to invade Greece. Not anymore. They can invade Magna Graecia, but not Greece. So we'll be safe from it. So, if I could add small additions, if I must. Like here. You know, just simply for the sake of it. I guess that's the amount of demands I could do. Not any more beyond that. So that settles it then. So let's read this final one more time. Syracuse, Siculia, Mussolenia, Tabracania, Zigadan, Sicania. Karkhedon becomes a client state. So does Utica, Anachola, or Acola. And liberate this one small Celto-Iberian territory for them. Simply for the sake of it. Anything else I should mind? Of any possible areas that may interest me? I know this is not included in negotiations, but Corsica? It's all Punic from there. Corsica. Possible to liberate Corsica. No, sir. Plus, the majority of these areas are all of this. Yeah, that's all we got. So let's settle it then. And also we got barbarians to take care of. And also rebellion there as well. So, the great city of Syracuse has finally fallen to our troops. Great city. Syracuse has been a capital of the Syracuse despots for a long time. The center of learning and technology in Magna Graecia. The city saw a lot of struggles with their Carthaginian neighbors to the southwest, as well as several conflicts with the other Greek city-states in the region. With the city under our control, our men and advisors wonder how should we treat our old enemy, as the people ask us to sack the city to the ground, bring everything valuable, have back home Thebes. There's nobody there. It's a settlement that should have been a city. But there is money in that. Lots of it, in fact. It'll make me corrupt, but Syracuse technology research points up. Well, we need all that money, you know. So 33% of the population will perish, leaving it only 17. Plus, they're all Punics anyhow. Everybody march back. Back to here. And once you get your morale up, we got barbarians to take care of. While our armies will be sent back to Karkhedon for repairs and whatnot. And we need 2 armies to be sent over because we're about to have another problem here. Unfortunately, we do have the naval range thanks to the expansion of this port, which means we are now in range to attack Carthage again if we wish to. But unfortunately, we never took this serious. So, first thing we're building is, of course, I gotta appeal to them. I'm gonna make a decision regarding appealing. Patronage. Although the Hellenic culture, Hellenic League won't like it, the integrated culture happiness, but I believe this is for the best. Get them to come around again. They're not fully disloyal yet, but one day they sure will. And we have a year until they rebel. Actually land here. I didn't know this city is a metropolis too. And now here's our promise. We plan on making this into a metropolis. It'll do good for the economy. Ships will be in repairs. You're gonna make a temporary stopover. Just wait a month. We'll move out in March. These are the 2 armies we'll be sending to assist them. Well, actually, we did our best. Where's the Egyptian? You're coming up here. But make it quick. I know the morale is low and everything, but your morale will recover by then. I'm gonna have to stay here and start appeasing the populace. Don't waste any more time. Oh no! We lost the ship. This freak storm just came out of nowhere. Come on, move up. Before we lose any more. Oh, we gotta move, we gotta move. No, it would take time. We've already made up our mind. Get on board. Oh, we do have the best general on board. It's gonna take a year to get there. And the rebellion will happen in 10 months. Hey, come down here. We got barbarian trouble. After all this time, what's going on in Gordian, since we are trying to improve that city and try to add some interest to this area, you know, the migration, just trying to encourage them to come over here. As the city is a mixed population of Greeks and Phrygians, everybody's Hellenic. No pagans of the, that used to be Phrygian, actually. I've got dysentery. If I want to, I could treat it, but for me, I think hard time will come. Getting impregnated. Oh, I'm not paying that son of a... He is a... There we go, royal visitations. With 2 forts. Seeing a witch. Don't lower that fort maintenance yet. Yeah, sure. It's an Egyptian city. I'm surprised Egypt's been content. We've got him. Move. Think about sending 2 more armies to this front. At least we have client states now. We're going to be sending you over there too. We're sending all of our ships to transport you all to there. I know I've been slow and hesitant, but we don't know how big the rebellion is going to be. Take your leave. Head to Karkhedon. Hey, despite all this, we're still quite fresh, and if we want to, we can engage the Romans and we can defeat them easily, but we have to deal with this rebellion, which is about to begin in 5 months. Cavalry may not be enough. We need more. We're sending the Egyptian. Dardanians disloyal too. I can get 2 more client states in the future. Gotta change my... Say, hold off on consort disloyal. Then again, I'm too old for this. So for now, 3 armies will be stationed in Africa for the time being. Head back to Karkhedon. While I will try to, you know, have royal visitations to keep those rowdy people down. Again, can't control every area. The Egyptian is here. Don't worry, we got problems to solve. back to Karkhedon. He was the admiral, but not the disloyal one. Two, one. Governor. Oh no, not him. Actually, I got one. Got one for you. Where is it? Well, whoever's the low end of that family, you have it. See what we'll do here. I'm going to end this episode on a cliffhanger here. See what the hell we're dealing with exactly. They are leading a war of independence against us. Attack. There's only 4 cohorts. Against every one of us, obviously. They got a lot of money. So this is what happens. Even a governor rebelled. What the heck? And the Iberos are an integrated people. We tried to appeal to them, but it was not enough. This is what you were paid back for? So apparently you only need 1 army in this engagement. But we're going to leave that with that. So next episode, we'll deal with this little rebellion, as well as all the other potential rebellions of some unruly areas. By appealing to them, especially the Phrygians, perhaps Punics and all that. And then after we feel that they are far away from any potential rebellions, and we'll finally go to war against Rome to take the rest of Italia, to ensure that they will never be a threat to the Hellenic League again. While Carthage, though beaten, they are still strong. So what else do we have to do to ensure their devastating defeat? Take all these lands to ensure that the naval range will be further reduced? Or even Saginaw City? I mean, again, it's a very large country. Sometimes I wish I would fight against them. But we'll know more what will happen in the next episode, as well as the future for the last couple of episodes of Thebes. So we hope you enjoyed this episode of the second half of the war and a little bit of the post-war. And now we're going to deal with a little rebellion as stability continues to drop a little. And rest assured, despite the little bit of ailing health, and I'll soon be at the age where I have another health condition which will further deteriorate the health of mine. But it is certain now that Heraclea will be the next ruler of the Hellenic League, like it or not. Especially at the expense of Cleopatra. We shall see what the future will bring for the Hellenic League. Until then, so long for now.